there are contenders. I mean, probably not Union Berlin, but Bayern is on the same level as Borussia Dortmund. Both teams have 43 points. How serious do you take Borussia Dortmund as a contender?
I think we have to take them seriously because they have found that consistency. They are still player for player, even squad for squad, not at the same level as Bayern. They don't have true world-class players, with the exception of Jude Bellingham. I would say everyone else is good, but not quite the Bayern standard. But they have depth. I think they've managed to tap into that Dortmund energy that Edin Terzic has tried to harness. You remember when I met him in January in Marbella, he was talking about this mission of creating this kind of experience again and giving people a sense of excitement and the sense that the team are really trying hard and playing well. And it's sort of happened. And I think there are still weaknesses. You can still see games like the one against Hoffenheim where you feel maybe a draw is not impossible. So they don't have that total dominance that a good Bayern team have, where you just know for the other team there's really no chance unless it's like super, super lucky. The games are a bit more open, are a bit more even. But to Dortmund's credit, they found ways of winning and they seem to be a lot more resilient. And that is, I think, the big difference. Many people said it on Twitter, but I think it's definitely true. This exactly was the sort of game that maybe last season, the season before, they would have drawn. Somehow in the last minute, they concede a stupid goal where somebody switches off from a corner. And again, you're 3 points adrift of Bayern. As it is, Dortmund were top for about 24 hours. And now they're still joint top, just separated by goal difference, which, considering this is the 22nd match day, so round about a third of the Bundesliga gone, is very decent. Very, very decent. And the minimum they should aspire to.
And the symbol of this new Borussia, the Borussia of mentality and resilience, is astonishingly Julian Brandt, who managed to score a goal with his back. To be fair, I think he tried to get out of the way, and then the ball bounced on his back, and from there into the Hoffenheim goal for. But
Jule got back. Yeah.
And he was very good, and Gregor Kobel was again very good, and yeah, you're right. I agree with you. They are serious contenders, and if the, I mean, we have this. If they, a lot of teams have said it in the past. If Bayern is offering something, we have to take the chance, and if Bayern, it looks very unlikely today, but if Bayern is offering something to their competitors, I think Borussia will be the team to be there, but it will severely tested next Friday because they're playing at home against Leipzig. The team I picked as a first Bayernjäger before the restart of the Bundesliga. Let's see what comes out of that.
Well, that's going to be a huge game because not only did Leipzig win themselves, they beat Frankfurt 2-1 to move closer into the Champions League places, but also, of course, the fact that Dortmund, after that game on Friday, have on Tuesday the away trip to Chelsea. And you just wonder, Christoph, I wonder if you wonder as much as I do, but I do wonder whether or how the Champions League will impact the title race, because if Bayern and Dortmund both progress, then of course it doesn't change that much. If it's only Bayern, I think it might be a huge advantage for Dortmund, because the Champions League will inevitably dominate Bayern's thoughts and dreams and ambitions. And then when you play, let's say, don't want to say Bochum because I know they have a special place in your heart, but yeah, let's say Mainz, for example, it's going to be tricky if you got Real Madrid next in the quarterfinals. But we can worry about that when it happens.